Alright, guys, welcome back to my podcast called Funaime. Today we are joined with a very special guest, an upcoming YouTuber called Little Flossie. How about you introduce yourself for us?
Hi guys, it's Lil Flossie. I do anime and gaming content on YouTube, so I would say I'm pretty well versed in what I'm about to talk about today, I guess, but we'll see.
Alright, great. So we're going to get started. So first I want to really get to know, what really got you into anime?
Well, I had always been exposed, sprinkles. I've always been exposed to anime around my early lifetime, back when I used to have to go to my aunt's house to get babysitting and stuff. My cousin will always have on Bleach or some other show in the background, but I remember Bleach most specifically. And yeah, Bleach was the first anime I was exposed to. I used to watch it back then when I was little. I couldn't have been no older than 5. And then it kind of died down for a minute because I didn't really know what I was watching. But I recalled it later. I was like, oh, that was Bleach.
So you didn't even know really what anime was?
Yeah,
when you first started watching it. Wow. I didn't start watching anime until middle school. This girl put me onto it and I was like, this is really weird. I'm not gonna watch it. No. And then I was really bored and I just happened to watch it. The anime was called Soul Eater. It's really good. I think it's still on Netflix, isn't it? Soul Eater is on Netflix. That's where I first watched it. So there's a lot of cool anime that's on Netflix, so check that out. And after I watched Soul Eater, I was like, I need to have more. And here I am now, a sophomore in college, still wanting more anime. So I've been, I know, it's been a long time, I feel like. And honestly, I'm so happy that a lot of people are into anime now. And it's just I feel like it's become more mainstream. How do you feel about that?
There's a thing about mainstream stuff. It comes and it goes. We know, I don't know, if 20 years down the road, if anime will still be a popping thing. You know what I'm saying?
You think?
So I don't know.
Really? I think it'll still be really strong because you got to think about how long Bleach or anime such as One Piece has been going on since the 90s, and they're still going on, and it's 2020, about to be 2021. So you have to think about if those animes can stick and all these new animes are coming out now, they're definitely gonna I don't see anime going away anytime soon.
The anime that's going on now, I don't think it has such a strong presence as older anime done. Cause the first episode of Naruto, I don't think you can really top an episode like that to actually get some people hooked. The only new animes that I've seen do that is Boruto, but everybody already knows Naruto's story. Boruto is kind of like a trash spin-off, so I don't think people are going to end up watching it for that long. You got the opening of My Hero Academia, which is amazing, but then you have the weird fandom that makes people go away from My Hero. They don't want to be associated with them.
If you're not into anime, there's two kinds of anime fans for me.
There's the regular ones.
You have normal anime fans, they like the anime show, they're down with it. They might rep a t-shirt, have a couple, collectibles in their room. But then you have those anime people who I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like some of y'all know what I'm talking about.
The one that Naruto runs to
down the hallway,
room.
They act like they're the actual character. It's not even cosplaying. Cosplaying is cool, but they think they're the cosplay.
They take on the whole persona of the actual character.
Yeah, with anime, My Hero Academia, I feel like that has given the anime community a bad rep because sometimes they just want to act.
A very, very bad rep. And I wouldn't even say that it's the regular. I wouldn't even say that it's My Hero fans. And I hate to say this, but I've heard specifically from the stuff that I've seen, it's mostly the side of the LGBT community that is making it go a bad direction. they have threatened the writer with like death threats if he doesn't make certain characters gay. Did you know that?
No,
He has been getting death threats. He did an interview about that. I was gonna curse. He did an interview about that. They are threatening him with death threats, like in his fan mail. They're like, if you don't make Bakugo and Deku kiss, I'm gonna just pull up and just air it out. I mean, he's like, okay. And then you got the weird fan art where they redraw the characters in very inappropriate manners. And that's the reason the My Hero community has been getting smaller. The only people that I know that really hype My Hero up is when a fight goes on in an episode, or just last weekend the My Hero manga went top 3 out of all anime series that's going on currently. It's up there with One Piece right now.
Oh wow. Interesting. I wonder how long My Hero's gonna last. Do you see it going on for like more?
I do.
I see it coming to an end soon.
I don't see it coming to an end. I feel like My Hero is gonna have many seasons. Because think about it. The end goal of My Hero is to show how Deku became the greatest hero ever. So at the end, we have to see him at least All Might level. He's way too far from that now. He's still only able to use like 8% of that power. And we've been watching this man for
like
about 4
seasons?
years. About to be 5 years.
Yeah. I guess we could see more character development within the cast. But they need to speed it up a little bit because they're still in high school and they have to like go through all the hero course training. And
Yeah, half the class still doesn't have their provisional licenses.
Yeah, their license. What, Bakugo, Todoroki. Did Todoroki get his?
Nope. Actually, no, they did get theirs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that was the most recent season.
They had a revision.
Yeah.
For their license.
There's still some people in that class that don't have theirs. I think Mineta doesn't have his.
Oh, you know he's not getting his.
Mineta is my favorite character.
Is not a good character in the show. Well, let's talk about what is like an anime you think that like you wish you could watch again for the first time.
An anime I wish I could watch again for the first time. Oh my god, bruh.
Mine would be Death Note. I wish I could watch it again for the first time. It was so good. Death Note's also on Netflix too. Not the movie. Not the movie. Not the movie.
Please,
the anime.
God, no.
We're gonna talk about that later.
Let's see. Man, to be honest, it would have to be Attack on Titan.
You wish you watched Attack on Titan for the first time?
Yes, because when I watched Attack on Titan,
Yeah,
listen,
it was
listen,
good.
no, because I think I was in ninth grade. I first watched Attack on Titan. Yes, I was in 9th grade when I first watched Attack on Titan. That was 2014. Attack on Titan came out in 2012. So I was already late to it. But the reason that I was able to see it was because of the Toonami that comes on after Cartoon Network. I saw the trailer for it and I was like, oh, that don't look fire. And that's when I still used to watch like Cartoon Network. But I was transitioning to Toonami, so I was watching like Space Dandy and stuff. I don't know if you know about that anime, but I actually like Space Dandy. A lot of people hate it, but
they had a lot of. I watched a couple of their shows. They had Fully Cooley on there, and at one point they had Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
On there too, and yeah, they had Attack on Titan too.
But Attack on Titan was Attack on Titan has been the only show where I literally made a fool of myself and told my parents to come watch it.
You asked your
I made them
parents to
go
watch
watch
Attack
the
on Titan. What did your parents say? That is so funny.
My
You're
stepdad was just sitting there with like a blank stare on his face. He was like, yeah, man. I was still a kid, so they couldn't be like, man, turn it off. Turn this trash off.
I'm dead. Was your mom? The fact that like your mom sat down and watched it, I think is really funny.
I should make her react to more anime. That would actually be.
You should do that. Like have your mom sit down, like watch like an anime opening or something.
Mm-hmm.
See like her opinion on it. That's something for your channel. And speaking of your channel, let's talk about it. So how do you think anime has like helped your channel grow? Like, what do you do with anime on your channel?
Anime is literally the reason my channel grows at all.
So what kind of content do you post regarding anime on your channel?
I post anime reactions. I have done anime discussions before on there a while ago.
Discussions such as what?
Well, not really a discussion, but more like a analysis.
Analysis?
Yes, I did an analysis video, and it got like 1,000 something views, but it's straight. But yeah, mostly my anime opening reactions, like any new anime that comes out or an anime that I haven't seen, I'll like react to the openings. My subscribers will recommend me a series to react to, and I'll react to it, and they usually like that. I think the biggest one is my JoJo one. It's like almost 250,000 views.
It's a lot. How is your channel growing now? Like, let's talk about your growth. How many subscribers do you have now?
I checked this morning. I'm at 6,150.
Impressive.
So yeah, I went from 6,131 subscribers to 50 last night.
Wait, what do you mean?
Last night, I had 131. Like before I went to sleep, and I woke up with 150.
Oh, so like 40 something people subscribed to you last night?
Yeah.
How much has your channel grown, would you say? Like, since you started YouTube to now?
Okay, so I started YouTube my first semester of my freshman year of college. I was like, I'm at college. I mean, I can't work over 20 hours at my job. Me and my friends don't really like to go out like that. We'll go to a party occasionally or whatever, but we don't really like to go out like that. We like to stay in and play the game. So I was like, we might as well just make YouTube videos, and if something happens, then it happens. Well, I always wanted to do YouTube. So when I started that first semester, I literally had a microphone and my PlayStation, and that was it. And I used to stream video games when they first came out. And only my friends would join, but then it got to a point where it was like actually trying to get people to watch my videos, and I would only get like maybe like 10 views or something. I was stuck at 40 subscribers, and then 40 subscribers was my friends and family.
That's support right there, though. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
Did they watch my videos though? No.
But like, they're still, you know,
Yeah.
giving
And
you
then,
effort.
you know, as that year went on, I think I was stuck at 40 for a year.
40 subscribers?
Yes, I was stuck at 40 subscribers for a year.
You're like, am I doing something wrong? Should I continue? I feel like you're
Yeah.
I would be
I
discouraged.
stopped.
I would probably, honestly, I don't know if I would quit. I'll probably like, take a break and like
Yeah, I took
really-
a break.
really ask myself, do I really want to do this? Or like, how can I make this work? And how can I get more people to watch my content? Because I think my content is awesome.
Yeah.
So how did you grow your channel then? Since you were stuck at 40 for a year, and those were family and friends subscribe to you.
Well, I kind of used my situation to my advantage. Like, my second semester, after I saw, like, my first semester, wasn't nothing popping off. I was like, yeah, let me just take a break. Let me focus on my work and schoolwork and stuff, which I was anyway, but, you know, let me focus more on it, stuff like that. And I was like, just watching YouTube videos one day. It's when I started watching Corey Kenshin. I started watching Corey Kenshin my second semester, my freshman year. And I was like, bro, I have to hop back on this. He's having too much fun. He can't have all the fun by himself. So my computer was already tore down. Like, I could not run nothing on my computer. Premiere Pro is on it for me to edit, but it would literally like take 6 hours to export like a 10-minute video.
Oh, it's a lot of...
And it kept shutting off. it was like one of those computers. It had a problem where I couldn't unplug it or the computer would shut down. So I needed that, and I always wanted to get a camera. So I was like, might as well kill two birds with one stone. At this time, if I'm going to get a camera, I'm a film major. I might need one anyway, and I'm gonna need a new laptop to edit videos when I get to my major stuff. Even though we have them in a computer lab or in the library, but look how that's turned out now with coronavirus. So I'm glad I made an investment. That summer I went back home. I worked my butt off. I worked my butt off, man. I got that camera and I bought a new laptop. I bought that laptop on sale and I bought that camera used.
What kind of laptop is it?
It's a HP Pavilion 15-inch touchscreen thing. It got 16 gigabytes of RAM, 255 SSD.
I don't know what any of that means, but
that's the storage. that's the storage capacity, and it's recommended that you have at least like 8 to 16 gigabytes of RAM for video editing, or your computer is just not going to be able to take it. And then it got a 1080p screen with good color coordination, so I can see all the colors how they actually are.
So when do you think like your channel finally people started to take notice of it? Because you mentioned you got 250,000 views in one video. Like, when did that happen? When you're like, this is finally working. All this work is finally paid off. I worked hard to get my camera, my mic, this laptop.
So basically, that first semester I came back from my sophomore year. I moved into the Arborview apartments, and my friend Jalen had moved back, and he had always been like, you know how in anime they be like, you're my rival, we're gonna see who wins type stuff. That's how Jalen is to me, like, no lie. So I always talk to him, and he always like pushed me to be like, bruh, you just gotta upload more, bruh, you gotta do this video, bruh, you gotta do that video. And I do the same to him. So when he came back to school that semester, it was like, bruh, we gotta get on it. We just got to. So I started uploading all that semester. I was going dumb that semester too. I was like uploading almost every day. Somehow still able to keep up with my classes, but especially when I was taking French. So it was really tough, but I pulled through.
How long was it taking you to edit your videos, you would say? Because I know you said it'd take like 6 hours to upload. So how much of that were you just editing? That
was with my old laptop. Now, I had this laptop and this camera now at this point. So for me to edit a video, if I was to heavily edit it would probably take around like 8 hours. Sometimes I would fall asleep editing and wake up and just go right back to it.
It's a whole school day.
Yeah, but it's fun to me. It's exhilarating.
Why?
I don't know. I've always been interested in like the film industry and editing and stuff. All throughout high school, all throughout middle school, even when I was younger. Like, that's just been my thing, like videos.
Do you feel peace when you edit? Or is it more like almost like an adrenaline kind of thing?
I feel at peace. Especially like if nobody's bothering me. Like, I just play some music in the background and I just sit there and edit. I'll literally rewatch it however many times. I'll laugh at myself or quote myself on the funny parts, but I just love like just sitting at the computer and recording stuff and editing. It's too fun to me. Finding out new like little transitions and stuff, or a way to make my videos export faster. Bruh, it's fun to me. So yeah.
Okay.
Took me a while to edit, but to export it wasn't as long, because it would be like that. It would take that many hours to edit on my old laptop and that many hours to export it. Now I just do for a couple hours and export it in like an hour or so, and then just upload it.
Alright, sounds fun. Respect the work. The work is respected. So we're gonna hop back to the topic. I mentioned a little bit about like I emphasized do not watch the Death Note movie, and I say that because the movie is supposed to reflect the anime, and they basically whitewashed the whole entire movie. And it's been a common thing going on within the anime community when they turn their animes into movies. I know Avatar isn't necessarily an anime, but let's just take that for example. The whole cast in the show Avatar are people they're Asian.
Yes.
They are from Asian descent. The people that were played for the movie were just pure white. And
even the black Katara and Sokka, they were supposed to be Eastern brown people.
Yeah,
so we can
Middle
say
Eastern people.
we can say maybe of, let's say, like Indian descent or something. They literally cast not even a black person because they look black in the anime. I mean, they look black in the show. You can write them off as black people. That would be a little bit closer, but they just cast white people entirely.
Need to look that up. Like that, how did they get away with that?
No, bro.
Like
that is sad.
And then they just like rushed the whole entire movie. I just feel like, who directed that? Wasn't that like Michael Bay?
No, that was M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan, my bad, directed it, and it was just honestly a complete flop. I feel like the animation for it was cool, like the edits, you know, them using the air, wind, fire, water, but the plot was too fast. It was just not good. And the same thing, I never even watched the Death Note movie.
I'll tell you why the plot was too fast. They were trying to make it into different parts. They were hoping that the movie did well and got like a sequel or a trilogy or something so they could cover all of it. But they wanted to fit enough into that first one to get people hooked.
Shaking my head right now. Because that's just not even... What is that movie? Oh my goodness. It was... I'm gonna think about it. Because they whitewashed that movie too. It was about that lady and she was like... It was anime too. She was like a... it was like a futuristic kind of anime. You know
I know
what
you're talking about.
I can't think of the name of it, but they whitewashed that movie too. It was.
They had Scarlett Johansson play her.
Scarlett Johansson.
Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost
That's what it was
in the
called.
Shell. They whitewashed that movie too and had a white woman play an Asian woman's part, which I just find ridiculous. There's so many talented Asian actresses out there and actors. And they do this every single time. And I feel like they're just misrepresented in a community that they... Like, it's like
they made.
Yeah, they made. And then they're just like, all right, we're going to throw a white person in there, you know? Like, no. Like, stick with... I can't even think of an anime.
There's always been a debate about that in the anime/film community. Whether... It's like, either two ways we'll get a movie at this point. It's either we'll get...
Well, what, by hyping up, like, the actors and it? Is that why?
Oh, wait. No. Here. They talk about either how we're going to get a movie for the Western community where we get, you know, whitewashed characters. We get some good CGI and some good effects, but we get, like, a trash story in the end. And, you know, it's kind of cut short. Or we get the Japanese version, like Attack on Titan. They had 2 live action movies, and I watched both of them, and they actually weren't that bad, besides the fact that Japan studios
their CGI
aren't that, their CGI isn't as good as people's over here. I've noticed that in some movies. Of course, that's not everybody, but for a majority.
Because I know the Train to Busan, which is also on Netflix, it was really good.
Yeah.
It was a zombie movie. But anyway, I want to see the Attack on Titan movies. Where can you watch them?
I can't release that information.
Wait, you sound like
I can't release that information.
Like a website.
But yeah, Netflix, they are taking a better step. Because ever since that Death Note movie, even all the bad reviews, they have started making stuff better. They released the Full Metal Alchemist movie with a fully Asian cast and good effects and everything. And they did a Bleach movie with a fully Asian cast.
So they're taking notes. Thank you, Netflix. Yeah. Taking notes. No more tragedies like that, please.
And they're not trying to alter the stories as much.
What is one anime you would want to see that, like, in a live adaptation?
Well, the anime I want to see get a live adaptation is getting a live adaptation.
Really? What is it?
Don't laugh at me. It's One Piece.
One Piece.
They're gonna animate One Piece.
Okay,
I mean, they're gonna.
So the thing about One Piece, this anime has been going on. I mentioned earlier, this anime has been going on since like the 90s.
It's been going on for 21 years.
For 21 years, and this anime has like over 1,000 episodes. So my thing is, I don't understand how they can make a movie about that. It's such a big.
You do arcs.
So they're gonna have like sequels, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, the anime arcs are just entirely too long.
How long would you say the arcs are? Because, like, for example, in Naruto, the arcs are probably like 70, 60 episodes. I'm telling you, these arcs are like hundreds.
They're like, each arc is probably about as long as Hunter x Hunter.
How do you explain an arc to people that don't know what an arc is? What does an arc stand for? I don't even. Does it stand for anything?
An arc is just a period of time, a significant period of time in anime where some significant.
So like a storyline, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, in anime, it's kind of like real life. You know, you go through life, you're growing,
so like,
and then you have these moments or these events that change you as a person or change the story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it could be like an arc, basically, I don't know, trials and tribulations of middle school.
Yeah. You got a training arc. You're training for a basketball game. You put in all that hard work, you finally won the basketball game. Whether you won or lose depended on how you felt about yourself for like that point of your life. So that's what an anime arc is. It's basically just like an event that happens. Even though in anime there's some pretty big events like a war or something. Or you can have something as simple as a training arc, or something simple as
battling. What do they call them? Like, you know what I mean? Maybe battling each other.
Oh, like a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, a fight could be an arc.
So how long? You didn't answer the question. How long is an arc in One Piece? They're gonna do a movie about an arc that, let me guess, is hundreds of episodes long. So who's producing this? Is this going to be like something that's going to be put on Netflix? Something that's going to be going to the big studios here in the United States? Or something that's being produced in Japan?
It's going to be Netflix that does it.
Oh, are you nervous?
Yes. I'm very nervous. But they were supposed to do it a while ago, like a decade ago. But they've been working on it to make sure that everything's perfect because they've already seen the trash. They literally point out like Avatar. We are not trying to do that. We want to give this serious justice. I think they're gonna start from the beginning at the first arc.
I hope they start from the beginning so people that like don't watch anime that can watch the movie maybe understand what's going on. Be confusing.
But then again, they're not gonna do the whole arc in that one movie. It might split it up in two because it's just too much unless they just cut a bunch of stuff out, which is the reason why Avatar flopped as well. They cut too much stuff out.
It was really rushed. Next thing I know, they were with the Ice Princess was in it.
Yeah.
And that's not until the
end of the 25 episodes.
Exactly. The whole Avatar thing. Don't watch it if you want to be disappointed. But I don't know what movie I would want to see. Like, not movie. What anime I would want to have like a live adaptation in? Because, like I said, one of my favorite animes is Death Note, and they messed that up. So I'm trying to think of a good anime that I would not mind seeing.
I would be down for a Death Note remake if they remade the movie.
Maybe. They just ruined the whole cast. Was Misa even in it? I guess.
Yes, she was in it, but. And then Elle was played by.
How do you feel about that? Elle was
black representation is amazing, but
he was played by a black dude, and then in the anime, of course, he's Japanese, which I'm all for representation for the African American community in films, but I just don't know if that was the best move to make it just like it. He was kind of like Elle, I guess, but I don't know. I never watched it. I just know that he was black. And that just kind of like ruined it a little bit. And that's coming from someone who's black themselves, seeing that. So like, I don't know. It's tricky.
I think the only reason we have a problem with it is because we're so used to the anime already. Like you said, Death Note is a staple in the anime community. Like, you ask anybody that watches anime, they know what Death Note is. They might not know the full extent of the story, but they know the story pretty much.
Yeah. I don't know, it's a tough one. Because this is not talking about anime, but they did the same thing for Little Mermaid. She's going to be played by one of those twins, Chloe or Haley.
Yeah. So, see, stuff like that is good because in something like Little Mermaid.
But Little Mermaid's been out longer than Death Note. And Little Mermaid is bigger and has like its own stamp too, you know?
Yeah, a lot of people.
So you think it's fine for Little Mermaid to be cast as a black girl instead of a white girl, but you have a problem with Elle being cast as a black dude instead of an Asian dude? See? This is tricky. Cause like I'm all for like seeing Ariel as black too.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I feel like maybe they should just leave things alone, but at the same time it's great to have like diversity. I don't know.
I feel like it's different when it's like very, even though they're all fictional characters, I feel like there's a difference when you have like creatures. You know what I'm saying?
A Disney like mermaid?
Yeah, like a mermaid, like
instead of having the actual like anime character.
Yeah.
You think?
I'm not even saying that Elle necessarily had to be played by an Asian person or a Japanese person. I'm just saying that we should choose like, because Elle could have been white, but a very prominent thing about Elle's appearance is his hair and his pale skin
and his big eyes.
Yeah, like we should cast somebody that shows those features off, but instead Elle had long hair that drooped by his eyes.
Okay,
instead they cast a black man.
Ariel has very distinct features. She has blue eyes and red hair. They're gonna cast someone who's black, brown eyes, and she has dreads. She has long black dreads.
But they're gonna give her red hair.
They are?
Why wouldn't they give her red hair?
They didn't give the other dude nothing from Death Note.
I'm saying somebody as iconic as Ariel. Like one of her main features is her red hair. Like this is a Disney. That was an anime movie. Of course they gonna make it, but nobody's gonna be like super duper pissed about like he doesn't have long hair. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But somebody like Ariel, children's story, her main feature is her red hair and like her mermaid tail. So I think even though she does have dreads and stuff, her hair is just supposed to be long, but it still needs to be red.
I see what you're saying.
So if they don't give her red hair, then we can talk about that, but we'll have to see when that movie gets ready.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing Little Mermaid and other live action adaptations of anime too, such as One Piece?
One Piece, yes. And they're working on Naruto, but I don't know how they're going to do that.
That is a whole other topic for a whole nother episode of our podcast. So tune in next week for another episode of Funaime. And this time we'll have Lil Flossie's rival, Jalen, on the show. So we can get his, perspective on anime too.